Hello, everyone. My name is Ornelas, and before we begin, I want to thank you, every single one of you, for being here today. If it is your first time on the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're going to be talking a lot about UFL, esports, football gaming, live service games, and the future of competitive game. Now, before we go any further, I need to tell you something. This video is special for me for two reasons. First, this is my very first video entirely in English. So, if my English isn't perfect, I hope you will forgive me. I'm doing my best because I believe this conversation is important enough to reach a global audience. And second, this is probably one of the most serious videos I have made because my goal is not simple to talk to the community. My goal is for this video is to reach the strikers team, including Eugene Nashilov and the leadership behind UFL. Not because I want to attack them, not I want attention, but because I genuinely believe UFL has a potential to become something extraordinary. And sometimes, when you truly believe in a project, the best thing you can do is provide honest feedback. Everything I'm about to say comes from a place of respect. Respect for developers, respect for the community, and respect for the opportunity that UFL has right now. Because, in my opinion, the gameplay is not the biggest talent face UFL. The real challenge is much bigger than that. Who I am. For those who don't know me, my name is Yuri Villar, better known as Ornelas. I have a degree in advertising and marketing, a degree in computer engineering, and MBA in project management. I have spent more than 12 years working and competing in esports. Also, the former head of league operations at ESL. Throughout my career, I have seen games become a global success. I have seen games disappear. I have seen communities grow. I have seen communities collapse. And after returning to Alpha recently, I started to not see patterns that I have seen before. Some very positive, some very concerning. The biggest mistakes Strike is making. I believe Strike is currently treating UFL as a game when they should be treating UFL as an ecosystem. There is a huge difference. Focus on content. Ecosystem focus on people. Games focus on updates. Ecosystem focus on communities. Games sell products. Ecosystem create belonging. The biggest games in the world understood this years ago. League of Legends, Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, Counter Strike, and Fortnite. These games are not so successful because of gameplay alone. They are successful because they build ecosystems. And that's where I'm thinking UFL needs to evolve. Why players actually stay. Let's let's talk about psychology. Because this is where things becomes interesting. Every live service game in the world is fighting the same battle. Retention, not acquisition. Retention. The real question is how to make a player come back tomorrow. One of the most important psychological frameworks in game is called self-determination theory, as known as DT. It states the long-term engagement depends on three things: competence, autonomy, relatedness. Players need to feel they're improving. Players need freedom of choice. Players need to feel they belong somewhere. When one of these pillars breaks, retention starts to collapse. The new player experience problem. Let's imagine a new player. He downloads UFL today. He is excited. He wants to learn. He wants to improve. Then he enters ranked mode, and suddenly his facing teams filled with legends and premium event cards. What's happening? He doesn't feel challenged. He feels hopeless. Here's a huge difference between these two emotions. Players don't quit because they lose. Players quit because they believe they catch up. That's not a skill issues. That is a body issues. And on body issues destroy retention. Let's talk about returning players. Imagine someone who stopped playing for 6 months. They come back and they immediately behind everyone else. No catch up system, no welcome back pass, no event start packs, no accelerated progression. How many players do you think stay? Not many. If a player feels punished for returning, he won't return again. The casual player problem. This is a problem my most controversial opinion. Competitive players do not stay in live service games. Casual players do. The industry has already proven this. Competitive players generate prestige. Casual players generate revenue. So, when progression becomes too difficult, when battle pass becomes too hard to complete, when everything revolves around PvP, you are pushing away the majority of your audience and players. And that's dangerous because the majority of the audience pay the bills. This is the retention graphic. So, it's a data of a research um, usage with 50,000 players. That's the peak when started the progression of the game and how the progression of social community drive. Like the community is so important in this moment. Another issue is the communication problem. Another measure communication. Let me ask you something. Where does trackers communicate most of these announcements? Twitter, Instagram, Discord, social media. But what is Track's product? It's UFL. So then why is communicate happen outside the game? The game should have news center, developer bloggers, upcoming events, pad notes, community spotlight. Everything should live inside the product because your most valuable audience is already inside your game. The influence strategy. Another mistake I see, play influence to play for a few days. That creates visibility. Yeah, I agree. But doesn't create community. You're renting attention, not build loyalty. What build loyalty? Stories, rivalries, narratives, heroes. Imagine Wendell Leader versus Pitolato, Latin Create League, regional championships, creator challenges, season storylines. People remember stories, not as advertisements. Okay, another point is okay. Before before we continue, I have another point to discuss. The missed opportunity with Nike and Adidas. This one hurts me a lot because I think UFL is sitting a golden mine. Nike, Adidas, global football brands, and yet the collaboration feel underutilized. Why not create limited edition jerseys, lifestyle collections, training kits, goalkeeper gloves, merchandising, physical products, digital collectibles? Football fans love identity. Gamers love collecting. This is one of the safest monetization strategies available because it's create desire, not frustration. Okay, the monetization problem. The biggest games in the world understand something very simple. People love spending money when they want to. People hate to spend money when they feel forced to. There is a massive difference between I want this, one creates excitement, the other creates resentment. WFL should focus on create desire, not barriers. Proven ecosystem success. What Valorant got right? Valorant understood something brilliant. Organizations are not expenses. Organizations are growth engines. Every organization creates content, fans, stories, rivalries, engagement, marketing, and suddenly your entire ecosystem starts promoting your game. Not because they are paid to, but because they benefit from growth. What Rainbow Six got right? Rainbow Six created R6 share. Organization receive revenue from teams cosmetics. The results: teams invest more, fans engage more, creators create more content, the ecosystem grows, everybody wins. So my idea is the solution. Create the well wealth share. So that's my solution. Create the UFL share. What's this? This bringing me my biggest proposal to UFL share. A revenue share. A revenue. This is bring me. This bringing me to the my biggest proposal. UFL share. A revenue share ecosystem. Organization receive team bundles, cosmetics, club items, revenue opportunities, players support organizations support the game, everyone grows together. So that's the competitive ecosystem. Taiwan, UFL Pro League, partnered organization, revenue share, regional leagues, Latin, North America, and Asian, a world championship offline, like LAN events. Title 2. Open competition, academy players, rising talent, promotion opportunities. Tier 3. UFL Community Tournament. Weekly tournaments, open participation, in-game rewards, community engagement, a direct pathway from casual player to professional player. My final message to strikers. If somehow this video reaches the strikers team, I want to understand something. This video was made because I believe in UFL, not because I want to fail, not because I want attention, not because I want controversy. I made this video because I see something special. The gameplay is there, the technology is there, the partnership are there, the potential is there. What happened depends entirely on vision. Because the question is no longer can UFL compete with EAFC or other football virtual games? The real question is can Strike and build an ecosystem powerful enough to sustain the competition for the next decade? Become games come and go, communities last forever. Like, thank you guys for watching. If you agree, disagree, or have your own ideas, leave a comment below. I will put my LinkedIn profile in the description of this video. If you guys want make a conversation, talk more about, I can help your organization. If you create an organization, sport organization in general, like agents or something like that, I can help you how to start and what's the best market you can approach. So please contact me. Um, that's it. Um, Before I go, I want to thank you the entire Strikers team for what you guys have built so far. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.